Look at this. I didn't think anybody would show up. I thought you guys would be tired of social media by now. Well, check this out. You guys are in for a treat. I don't know why they let me moderate. Honestly, I'm kind of crazy. So thank you, Side. And I also got the approval. This is my show. I can do whatever I want. But here's the cool thing. You guys go on a lot of these social media panels. I attend a lot. And half the people up there don't post. Their social media is trash. And they don't actually make money. But I vetted these individuals, okay? I looked at their social media, made sure they're not bots, made sure they're real. I made sure they're actually making money. Some ballers here. Obviously, you know, they won a lot of awards. So without further ado, my name is Brian Tran. I'm your host for this afternoon. I'm in San Francisco, California. I post a lot, and I am a big believer that social media will make you money. But there is a science. And so today is not going to be about rah-rah, you should post, rah-rah, you should look cute. No. We're going to give you real tactics, things that you can take away so that you guys can make money. You guys cool with that?
Hey, Brian, before we get started, I wanted to just interrupt real quick. I know it was really important to you to have tequila shots on stage, and you couldn't get a budget from Side to do that. So, Mark, could you help my friends out real quick?
Oh. Oh. Ow. Oh. I mean, it's water. It's water. It's side ass.
Like, we'll do that in a
You can have it, Joseph. Here, I'll have yours.
Get one? Okay, that's it.
Does anybody want some in the crowd? Some Mexican water?
You can visit the table up front if you need any.
Cheers.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thanks, Daniel.
Cheers. I'll drink the bottle.
Damn.
Mistakes
good.
have already been made.
All right. Okay. Without further ado, I got 45 minutes, and I'm going to leave 10 minutes at the end for you guys to answer questions, okay? So we're going to go through this pretty quick. I'm your host. Today's the Jerry Springer Show. Some of these people don't like each other, but we're going to keep it tame. Okay. The first person is Daniel Morgan, founder of Martera, based out of Orange County, sold $20 million from social media between himself and his lovely wife right there.
Most of it's her.
Yeah. This is the kicker. Because a lot of you guys are like, what social media platform should I be on? Which one is the one that works? He does it on Twitter. Well, X, sorry. Wakanda forever. Okay? So, and it works. 6,500 followers, more than 1 million engagement, approximately 1,200 in creator payouts, most active. He's be going off. I've seen his Twitter. It's crazy. All right? But we'll go into that. Next, we got Heather, Herr. If you guys have seen her, she came up here, grabbed a couple of awards. She's in multiple markets, Florida, Kentucky, Ohio. Sold over 15 plus million from social media, 110,000 total followers, 6 IG accounts total of 12 platforms, 3 brand deals in Q1 of 2025. TikTok viral post reached 887,000 views, 115,000 watch time of 3 to 5 hours each reel. Most active on Instagram. Give her a round of applause, guys. Give him one too. The tequila was good. That's some good tequila. Next up, we have Naomi L. Klein, founder, Branded Estates, Beverly Hills, California. Sold $22.3 million from social media, 20 years in the real estate industry, 14,000 followers on IG, gained national speaking engagements and brand deals via IG. Now coaching other females, okay, agents and entrepreneurs to do the same with activatewithnaomi.com. Most active on Instagram. Next up, I got Joseph Bogorad. Yeah, based out of Mammoth Lake. This guy's cool. He's really chill. And you're going to get different aspects. You see how they're very well put together? I'm not saying he's not, but he's very chill. Chill. Curly hair, banging. Because I know you guys are probably watching and like, well, do we all have to look like her? No. You can look like me and him, you know? So, sold 13 plus million from social media in 2024, 30,000 total followers, 2.1 million accounts reached in 1 month, 5 videos with 1 million plus views, now coaching other agents to do the same. Make sure you follow his IG. All right, so first of all, they want me to ask you guys some questions. How many of you feel like social media has a real impact on your business? Just give me a show of hands. All right, by the end of this, I'm gonna make all those hands go up. And then this one, and then we're gonna wave them like we just don't care. How many of you wish it had a bigger impact? Cool, cool, cool. All right, here's a quick fire question to all the panelists. What was one post or the moment when you realize social media could be a serious lead gen tool for you, not just a branding exercise? Let's start with you, Naomi.
Thank you, Brian. Hello, everyone at Side. So I first noticed when I was going to a national conference and I was doing social media, we were connecting through just social media, and we were really excited to meet each other in real life. And what I realized was, just with my personality and being myself, I attracted the vibe, the tribe, met with them in real life, and so just kind of established my brand that way, just being very personable, being reachable offline as well as online. Had a great time. I wasn't a speaker there at the time. This was years ago. And it just really went to the ultimate objective, which is agent referrals. So my business is very strong with agent referrals coming in and going out. And social media really made that happen for me. So that's the first time I realized it's a real vehicle.
Yeah. And you know, the cool thing is that everybody thinks social media is going to get you rich quick. No, the real thing with social media is what she does really well is it gets people to give you an opportunity to speak. And when you speak, people listen. And when people listen, some of them might like you, some of them don't care, some of them might hate you. But the ones that do like you, they give you opportunities. And that is the money. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
Cool. So who here is actively generating leads from Instagram, TikTok? Anybody else here? Oh, we should have brought you up here. Meow. Sorry, that's the tequila. Who is spending time on social media but isn't seeing a real ROI? Actually, not a lot of you guys. All right, cool. We got that. Easy. We got less people to worry about. We're going to get this thing. So I kind of want to answer a question. Did I mess up here? All right. Oops. First time, guys. Heather, what's your strategy?
Well, I have a lot of strategies. Number one, I don't sleep that much. I'm kidding.
Wait a minute.
Honestly, it's true.
Hold on,
We're
somebody's
going
messing up
backwards
here.
But that's kind of
Hold on. What happened here?
Organic social media is actually the best way to actually really get out there. And this is a perfect example. This is fun. People can relate to you. So anyway, let's get back on track. But I would say that's part of it. Should I keep going?
Yeah, just go at this point. I think my slides got messed up.
Completely changed my whole thing, but I would go back to I'm really into organic social media. People want to see me for who I am. I spent a lot of time on our team for a long time just branding that, and then I took it back to my personal brand because I thought people want to know who I am. The ugly side, if I'm crying, I did a video where my house got flooded in hurricanes, and I was bawling, crying, and my kids are like, "Mom, this is ridiculous." Well, I got so many people in the community that came to me. So for me, that was it. I think peppering both. Serious branding, and organic.
So I have kind of a strategy that I've used on X, formerly known as Twitter, and I'm starting to use it on Instagram because I've learned so much from these folks the last couple months. And my kind of approach or strategy is look at it like a funnel. We've all heard the sales funnel analogy. So I start out with just absolute engagement bait, trolling, just terrible jokes. And so I had a post where I took a picture of a house in Newport. It's kind of famous. Google it, the Pirate House. And I posted it on Twitter and I said, HOAs are pointless, counterpoint. And there's over 10 million views on it. Everyone was arguing HOAs are great, HOAs are terrible. I don't really care about HOAs, but I picked up a couple hundred followers from that. And then I follow that up with some real estate insights. So I bring them in the funnel just with nonsense. And then I usually try to follow up after I have a nonsense post with something insightful. I had a couple insightful things today that I stole from Rick Sharga. So that's great. Thank you, Rick. And then from there, the next step is I try to build an actual relationship. So here's a couple quick actionable things. On ActivePipe, you can create a landing page. So I created a landing page where you can sign up. And if you go to my Twitter account or X account, my pinned tweet at the top is a link to sign up for my newsletter. So I try to move people off Twitter onto my database. The thing is, as those of you who are on TikTok know, there's this thing called platform risk. You could lose your platform, and the X algorithm is the most bipolar product on the planet. Sometimes it's ripping, and sometimes it's you're yelling in an empty auditorium. So you want to move them off the platform onto your follow-up boss. Get a newsletter going. That's incredibly important, and then ultimately you got to meet them in real life, set up events. I know some of you guys do events too.
Yep.
Who else does events? And what do you do?
Well, let me take over the show again, okay? Because they got a little off, and they're gonna get kind of mad at me. So I don't know what happened to the stage, but hey, you know what? But that's the beautiful thing about social media. You see how I'm not perfect? Well, guess what? My social media is not perfect either, but I post. But the main thing that you have to do, and what he just said, is that don't post just to post. You actually have to be able to grab their contact information, and get them to attend a real life event. So it's actually hand in hand, virtual, and then you got to get them in person together. That's how you make money, right? So actually, I'm gonna bring it back over here. Naomi, is there a difference between content that just gets likes versus content that actually brings business?
Absolutely. So it's really, for me, it's not about likes. It's not about, a client finding me through social media. It's great if they do, but it's rarely one post or, hey, I want to work with you. I want to buy a house or sell a house at a $5 or $7 million price point, or even a $2 million price point. It's a relationship, whether it's online or offline. I think the superpower that I would have everyone work through, and I think everyone here has it, is once you post something online, take them offline as soon as possible. If they like something, if they comment and you jive with them, reach out to them via text, give them a call, make some kind of content so that you can take them offline really quickly. So Gary Vee says it too. It's not about the likes. You're just getting content out there. It's about really making relationships and connections with those that are like-minded to you, that can serve you well and be very sustainable for your business.
Cool. Joseph, you closed over 13 million. You probably made a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? Tell me a little bit more about your social media, and can you share some of the biggest mistakes and also your strategy? You have a little bit of a strategy here. Let me go find your slide. There we go.
There it is, yeah.
All right, I think we're on track again.
Yeah, so our goal here is to have you guys walk out of this room with things you can do today, right? That's our goal. So if at any point, just tell us if we're not providing to that. So that's the hook, right? I'm gonna give you something to keep watching, number one. Two, provide that value. So you wanna own up to that hook. Make sure you really answer that and you give people that value. You want to make people think that, like, how is this free? I can't believe this information is free. But again, just get some good information out there. I like to talk about new development sometimes. That's usually really kind of controversial. And then lastly, you want to have a call to action, or CTA. And this can be something simple like follow for more. But if you want to convert, you say DM or comment this keyword, and then they go into your DMs, you start a relationship, and then eventually you can get their email address.
Cool. This is for you guys. How many of you guys actually close deals from social media? Oh, yeah. So I have some believers. Cool. Heather, how do you take someone from like or comment to a closed deal? I want to hear from you.
Well, that's a great question. Same thing we were kind of talking about, and I don't want to just keep saying the same thing, but similar to what you said, Naomi, which is when I engage with someone on the platform, I immediately take them out of there, and they obviously can be put, into follow-up us, but I try to keep it very, personal between the conversation. Like, hey, I really would like to meet you. Let's have a cup of coffee, and try to get in person with them, or at least on a phone call. So, and then tagging them in follow-up us. I love follow-up us. I do agree, it's an amazing tool. We use ActivePipe as well, and I'm going to use your new idea of a landing page, but there's a lot of there's so many tools out there. So as you can see, these are some of the tools that we use. I use Splice.
Let's talk about it. Actually, you want to share some of these?
Yeah. I love this platform called Later because I have all these different places that I post, and so we have a girl that helps us, and we put our calendar in there, and we can schedule some stuff. So some of the organic stuff I do on my own, or one of my social media people do, but this is automated, and it can go into your Canva, it can go into your CapCut, it connects with everything. And it can take some time to figure it out, but once you do, it's like life-changing. I love it. The Real Trends app, there's times to post. I don't know if that's really that important. I think you post when you really want to. And ManyChat, same thing. We have a huge development coming up with 70 homes, and as soon as I say the word, say this word, I want the PDF to go out immediately to the person in an email, and then it captures back and follow-up us.
Cool.
So the other kind of real actionable thing that I learned, and this is maybe more for partners, if you do put time in building a newsletter, write this down or just memorize it. You can email your newsletter to support@luxurypresence.com and ask them to post it to your blog. We are now, if you search who's the #1 real estate agent in Costa Mesa on ChatGPT, it'll say my beautiful wife, Christine. And I think it has a lot to do with the SEO. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that we're just posting our newsletter and I'm not actually doing the work. I'm just emailing with the support that we have from our tech stack.
Cool. How many of you guys are doing that now? No? You guys don't want ChatGPT to think you're #1? Right? All right. Joseph, we were talking backstage and you said earlier that you think people should not overthink things and just go for it, but that's kind of hard. You started out doing just things and kind of reacting to how people respond. Do you have tools and staff now to help you, or are you kind of just still gunning with the iPhone?
Yeah, so today it's kind of pretty much still a one-man show. I do have a VA that I'll send some videos out for him to edit, but really, because I'm kind of like a DIYer, I think most people here do have like a whole videographer, people following them around, PJ, and all these this big team. It doesn't need to be that complicated. It can literally just be you putting your phone on the table, you talking to the camera hole, and just talk about your experiences and your day, some value. It doesn't have to be anything complicated. What I really want to try to kind of hit home here for you guys is just get in your reps, get better, and then when the time comes for you to really kind of take off and your platform will eventually explode, you'll be ready. You'll be confident on camera, you'll be ready to take some hate. So just really get in the reps.
Who's scared? Like, raise your hand, just be honest, be vulnerable. Like, how many of you guys record something and then are scared, like, I'm so not pretty. I don't like the way I look.
I posted a video
You
last
saw that
week.
picture they used of me? I was 20 pounds heavier. I was fat as hell.
I posted.
And I was like, you know what? Screw it.
I posted one of my first videos last week, and I got a total kick out of it. I thought it was hilarious because I have thick skin, but someone commented on it like, your video sucks, you added no value, and you're too overweight for video. And I just responded back like, solid feedback, bro. And I had a great time with it. And the funny thing is, like, a lot of this thing is just about engagement. Like, if you're not getting haters, then you're not getting engagement. You need to piss people off just a little bit or be fat enough that they feel they have a license to make fun of you.
I think it's so true. And the hate is good. It brings engagement. And one of my first videos that took off, I guess I say mountain weird. I don't pronounce the T, mountain. And so that really kind of triggered people for whatever reason. But just know that when you put something out there, you can literally just say blue is blue. And then someone will be like, no, blue's green. It doesn't matter what you say, someone's gonna argue against it.
Yeah.
Wait, I had someone screenshot a picture of my head and send it to me accidentally on a Sunday morning. And I said, oh my gosh, it's so great to hear from you. Are you looking to buy a house? I knew they were making fun of me, and I loved it. I was like, cool. It was good.
Another fun little thing is people love to correct you. So one time I intentionally misspelled the word reservoir in a tweet, and 17 people were like, it's spelled reservoir, dumb. And I was like, thank you.
Daniel,
But that tweet got a couple million views. I was like,
dumb
thank
what?
you. Dumbass. Dumbass. And there's a couple other dumb.
All right, let me bring it back, 'cause, and I'm gonna make it laugh a little bit more, but what's one tactic? Let's give people, I want something that they can really use. We'll start with you, Daniel. What's the tactic that you use to dominate social media and actually bring from clicks to content to some schmowny?
Just be yourself. Be authentic. I know that's the buzzword, be authentic. No, be authentic. Show your flaws, make jokes, make mistakes. People want to like you. There are a couple people I'm pretty sure in this room who I met on Twitter or X who I feel like I'm actually friends with, and they feel like they're actually friends with me because they see my personality, they see my jokes, they see me talking about my sleep issues and my health problems and stuff, and they see all of that mess, and they you feel a real connection with people, and then you also got to give them a little bit of here's something valuable that makes you think that I'm a smart person. So really for me, it's the biggest reach possible. Don't try to go viral. It never works. All my intentionally viral posts have 400 views, and all of my I'm sitting on the toilet laughing at myself have a couple million. So just have fun, enjoy yourself. That's it.
Yeah. Heather, how do you get from somebody, and I'm gonna go to you, Naomi. Let's go quick because we don't have much time. I want to ask some questions. Do you guys have questions? Because if not, I can kind of crash through. Okay, you got 4 minutes. All right. 1 minute for you.
Okay.
What do you do? Real tactics to get people from likes to your event, your 500 women empowerment hell yeah events.
This is a very, this is a
Yeah.
whole long conversation, a bottle of wine. But anyway, I mean, it does take time to kind of figure out, but one of the questions was, how do you do this in 30 minutes? I mean, 10 minutes, you need to go out and connect with other businesses on the pages and get to know them and like them and follow them and tag them and put them on your stories. And then really quick, you have to go in and answer your DMs. And then you have to go back and put them in your follow-up box if they're not there. And so that is my biggest suggestion, because people are like, oh, I met this person online. They're amazing. I love them. We saw in Florida. And you know what? Unless you put them in there, you're going to forget about them, and then they're going to go buy a house with someone else. So that's the thing. So
Cool.
I try to do that 30 minutes a day, minimum.
Love it. Naomi, hit it. Power.
All right, I'm just gonna kind of piggyback on Daniel, and that is when you're thinking of what to do for content, don't compare yourself to other people that you see out there, because you can still get tools, but don't think that you're not doing enough, or they already hit a point that you want to hit. You can both do it at the same time. And I would also say, which I think is very important for mental sanity with social media as well, don't be afraid to pause and just not post, which might be, not the most supported idea or advice, but if you need a break, take a break. It's still going to be there. Maybe somebody else posts for you every so often, but just really be in your zone, have your foundation, and work with that. And then one final thing, when you are posting and you're thinking of clients, think of also agent-to-agent referrals, and also think when you meet somebody, just the other day, I had an agent call on a listing. We've started following each other on social, and I might bring her onto my team. So you can really get to know someone quickly and build your business as well as your bottom line.
Cool. Joseph, you got 30 seconds. Come on. Come on.
What was the question again?
Forget it. Next. Here's the thing. I'm going to give you guys something real tactical you guys can do before you guys leave this room. If you're on Instagram or you're on whatever platform you're good at and you actually use, when you're out there, don't give a business card. I throw that shit away, period. I don't know what to do with them. But when you actually connect with them and you actually post, guess what happens? I watch you. Then I'm like, oh, wow, she's so cool. Heather drives a Maybach and she makes it bounce. And I'm like, damn, Heather.
Next week.
And she has champagne in the back, Dom P. I'm like, okay, so now when I have a luxury client that's searching in the 3 markets she's in, I'm like, well, who's that one that drives a Maybach that makes it bounce? I think of Heather. You don't know how many referrals I get because I'm that dumb guy that goes to Home Depot. Don't buy this, buy this. It works. I brought in $4 million in transaction. I don't even sell. I give it to my team. But you gotta post and you gotta connect. And then you gotta not care about what you post, because she might unfollow me at one point. I warn everybody. I post a lot because I do have a team. He's right behind you. Say cheese. Yo. All right. I want to talk about this because it was funny as hell. You guys were arguing. Daniel hates it when you post up next to a motivational stuff, your car, and you're like, life's
You know who
good.
you are, and I know some of you
Yeah,
in here do
post
it.
it. Because they don't agree, but I want to go start it.
So the question was supposed to be what is one thing you should not do on social media? And the answer is categorically, factually, accurately correct. Do not post glamour lifestyle photos with a platitude. No one wants that content. You don't want that content. It's boring. Please don't do it.
No, but do you agree? Do you agree? You guys don't agree.
I completely disagree with that.
The only people who do that, honestly, buy their followers and buy their likes. It is absolutely nonsense.
Time
and I'm
out.
taking shots. I'm taking
Ow.
shots.
Daniel.
Hit it.
How many people have been forwarded those pictures, and now you know who those agents are, you know where they're posting, where they're
How many people
working.
have unfollowed someone for doing that? I know my wife does. I do it. I watch them because I love
Right. but
hating
here-
people.
And
It's fun. It's good
you've
for
been
me,
preparing
bad for
for
you.
this, Daniel. You've been preparing for this.
What if you feel pretty that day? Have you ever seen someone post something, say I might take it down later, I felt pretty? I mean, I guess if you feel good and you like it, and you're like, look at me in the house, I mean, I don't do that as much. Maybe I should. Now I'm gonna start doing that.
Well, but
No one needs to hear if you work hard and you love what you do and you do what you love, you're never gonna work another day in your life. We have those BS posters with the eagle flying soar above. No one wants that. No one buys those posters. No one's buying your app or no one's buying your post. It's nonsense. It is absolutely garbage content that adds no value. It is not your true and authentic self. If anyone here follows Chad Goes Deep, He's an awesome comedian. He does this great stuff. See, he does this thing where he does like Fast and the Furious like quotes in real life. Imagine walking around the mall and being like, work hard, play hard. People are gonna be like, you're a doofus, get out of here.
Bad bitch only.
And that's why he's on X. But if you're on Instagram,
All right. We got 9 minutes. They're gonna kick us out. All right, check this out. At the end of the day, I was gonna go up here and I was gonna be like, you should do this, do that. You know what? Just reach out to one of us. We're really making money here. She drives a Maybach, okay? I had nice cars and I had kids. I had to sell all that shit. But you know what? It is what it is. But at the end of the day, you guys gotta do it. And if your business is good enough, great. But otherwise, if you're new, start posting. If you're not experienced, document the journey. People will wanna work with you because they don't know who you are. Out of the 6,000 agents in this freaking office alone, like nobody knows who you are unless you post. So start posting, start educating, start teaching. And with that being said, let's ask some questions.